Oh, your son's 13.
He's 13.
First of all, I want to assign a copy to him.
Please do. Please
For
do.
me, this was...
I've always said I love a challenge, and looking back, I'm incredibly proud of every part of this journey. It's been a complete roller coaster of human emotion, but that's what makes the experience so meaningful. For me, stepping into a character always begins with understanding their style. It's the doorway into who they are. That's what fascinated me most about Lily. She's a walking contradiction. Yet somehow everything about her feels perfectly harmonious. Her complexity is what makes her real. The story, adapted from a powerful and important novel, follows a young woman named Lily as she confronts generational cycles and the difficult truths that come with them. At the same time, off-screen developments have taken a dramatic turn. Blake Lively is reportedly reaching out to Justin Baldoni in hopes of bringing their escalating legal battle to an end. According to sources close to the situation, newly surfaced evidence may have significantly shifted the dynamic of the case, prompting a major reassessment. What began as a dispute that quickly spiraled into a high-profile lawsuit has drawn intense public attention, and recent developments appear to have complicated matters even further. Insiders claim that the emerging details have cast the situation in a more complex light, leading Lively to reconsider how she wants to move forward. Known for fiercely protecting her private life, she is now said to be eager to put the entire ordeal behind her. Reports suggest she has been making efforts to reach out directly to Baldoni in pursuit of an amicable resolution, although neither side has issued an official statement. Those familiar with the matter believe she is hoping to avoid continued public scrutiny. Friends and associates say that while she has never shied away from standing her ground, the mounting pressure of an ongoing legal dispute is beginning to take its toll, whatever the new evidence may involve. It appears to be influencing a significant shift in strategy, one focused less on prolonging the fight and more on finding closure. Blake Lively is purportedly feeling worn down by the constant media spotlight and the ongoing strain the legal dispute has placed on her personal life. According to insiders, the steady stream of headlines, legal maneuvering, and public speculation has taken a noticeable toll on her mental and emotional well-being. After months of tension, she is said to be searching for a path toward peace, even if that means compromising on certain aspects of the case. The question now is whether Justin Baldoni will be willing to meet her halfway, or if the lawsuit will continue to unfold in court. Sources close to the situation offer differing perspectives. Some believe he may be open to resolving the matter and putting it behind them, while others suggest that the issues at stake are more complicated than they appear and won't be easily settled. As a result, fans and industry observers are left wondering whether this marks the beginning of the end or the start of an even more intricate chapter behind the public narrative. Insiders hint that there may be more layers to the story than previously understood. Rumors suggest a deeper dynamic between Lively and Baldoni that extends beyond the surface-level legal conflict. Some sources claim her recent shift in tone may also be influenced by those in her inner circle, who are reportedly encouraging her to step away from the public battle in order to protect her peace of mind. Newly surfaced evidence is said to have reshaped the broader context of the case, casting Baldoni's role in a different light and complicating the situation in ways Lively may not have anticipated. The impact of these revelations appears to have prompted serious reflection on her part, with both legal and personal stakes intertwined. She reportedly finds herself at a crossroads, deciding whether to continue fighting or to pursue closure and stability instead. After weeks of processing the ongoing developments, those close to her suggest she may be nearing a breaking point, ready to bring the high-stakes dispute to an end. Still, whether Baldoni would agree to drop the case remains unclear. While Lively has long been accustomed to life in the public eye, insiders say the intensity of this particular battle has reached a level unlike anything she has faced before, leaving the final outcome uncertain. An entertainment industry expert suggests that Blake Lively's reported push for a ceasefire may be driven largely by the unrelenting public scrutiny surrounding the case. Every appearance, every statement, and every silence has been dissected across headlines and social media, and sources say the constant attention has left her emotionally drained. There are whispers that her team has encouraged her to shift her focus back to her family and career rather than prolonging a dispute that shows no sign of quietly fading away. For some observers, it raises the question, is she ready to step back from the conflict and reclaim a calmer, less combative chapter of her life? Yet, the situation appears far from simple. Insiders claim that Justin Baldoni is not nearly as willing to retreat. He is reportedly determined to see the legal battle through, whether to defend his reputation or for reasons that remain private. While Lively may be signaling fatigue and a desire for resolution, Baldoni is said to be standing firm. That contrast has fueled speculation about whether tensions could intensify further, or whether a last-minute agreement might still materialize behind closed doors. The public fallout looms large over both of them. Each has built a respected career, but the way this lawsuit unfolds could shape how they are perceived for years to come. People close to Lively say she understands the potential damage not only to her own image, but to broader perceptions within the industry. Analysts warn that prolonged legal warfare risks alienating fans who have supported both stars throughout their careers. With stakes this high, her recent actions suggest someone eager to close the chapter and redirect attention toward upcoming projects and professional commitments. However, the legal landscape may not allow for an easy exit. Reports indicate that Baldoni's expanding legal strategy could consolidate the disputes into one major courtroom showdown, limiting Lively's flexibility. Among her supporters, opinions are divided. Some remain steadfast, believing she would not take such risks without strong conviction. Others are beginning to question whether her legal approach has been the most strategic. Public sentiment, according to commentators, appears to be shifting as additional evidence is introduced by Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, drawing increased attention from both fans and curious observers following the unfolding drama. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds has remained publicly silent. His lack of comment has sparked speculation about his stance and whether he might step in privately to help broker a settlement. Rumors swirl about the potential financial implications if the case were to end unfavorably, raising concerns about reputational and monetary consequences. Both Lively and Reynolds have cultivated public personas rooted in wit, charisma, and philanthropy, images that now stand in stark contrast to the intensity of the legal dispute surrounding them. The possibility that a drawn-out trial could erode those carefully built brands only heightens the pressure. Beyond immediate headlines, there is growing concern about the long-term professional impact. Hollywood studios are often cautious about engaging talent entangled in major legal controversies. Executives may hesitate, and public appetite for her work could be influenced by the ongoing coverage. The coming months are likely to prove pivotal. With scrutiny intensifying and legal stakes mounting, Lively's next decisions may shape not only the outcome of this lawsuit but also the broader trajectory of her career. And then, in a sharp shift from courtroom tension to a moment of personal reflection, comes a different kind of industry story altogether. She once recalled getting a call from her managers and agent both on the line at the same time, which usually signals big news. Either you've landed the role, or something has gone terribly wrong. She was told she had been the top choice for a job, but the network ultimately passed because they felt her eyebrows would be too distracting. The disbelief in her response was immediate. It was a reminder of how unpredictable and, at times, superficial the entertainment business can be even before legal battles and public scrutiny enter the picture. Then the conversation shifted from eyebrow critiques to the work itself. She recalled being asked, "So, what can we do about your eyebrows?" But she was more focused on tracking down the project and finally reading the script. To her surprise, the script was a twisting, intense thriller inspected from a director known for comedy. She admitted she was confused at first. Was it a comedy or a thriller? The director's answer, yes, on set. She found herself constantly questioning the tone. Is today a comedy or a thriller? The experience was a mix of over-the-top campy, trashy fun, blending genres in a way that was both confusing and exhilarating. Meanwhile, the legal battle looms large over Lively. If Brian Friedman can substantiate his claims and build an airtight case, the consequences for her could be severe. Every piece of evidence that resonates with the public or convinces industry insiders that the lawsuit is more about shaping opinion than justice could significantly weaken her position. However, trials are famously unpredictable. Early wins don't guarantee ultimate success. Judges and juries may interpret evidence in unexpected ways or view events from entirely different perspectives. Legal experts warn that overconfidence, especially after pretrial victories, can be dangerously misleading in high-stakes cases. For now, Baldoni and Friedman appear to be riding a wave of momentum, a critical factor in legal battles of this scale. Momentum can influence negotiations, public perception, and even how a jury assesses the case. Yet the reality remains. The final verdict may be months or even years away, and the ultimate outcome is far from certain. The judge has already set a trial date for March 2026, unless a settlement or some unexpected development intervenes. That timeline gives both parties ample opportunity to gather new evidence, file additional briefs, and strategically position themselves in upcoming hearings. For observers, it promises a suspenseful rollercoaster ride full of twists and turns. If Justin Baldoni and Brian Friedman truly possess the explosive evidence they claim, the trial could prove disastrous for Blake Lively, presenting her with a steep uphill battle. Her attempts to counter Friedman's aggressive tactics have repeatedly been denied by the judge, and efforts to secure a more favorable deposition setup have also failed. She is now set to face questioning without the ability to choose her interrogator, a challenging position by any measure. Meanwhile, Baldoni holds a distinct advantage. He has secured the right to speak publicly and appears prepared to leverage every available platform to share his side of the story. This dynamic highlights a fundamental truth of celebrity legal battles. Once courtroom disputes spill into the public arena, control over the narrative becomes fragile, and the situation can escalate unpredictably. The stakes are enormous for both sides, For Lively, a loss could mean severe financial consequences and a lasting impact on her career. For Baldoni, failure to disprove her claims could jeopardize his own future prospects. Early rulings may have given him some momentum, but the entire entertainment world is watching as the situation continues to evolve. The pressing question now is whether either side will pursue a settlement before the conflict erupts into a full-scale trial, an outcome that could permanently reshape their careers and personal lives. The coming months will reveal whether cooler heads prevail or if this high-profile dispute ignites into a high-stakes showdown with long-lasting repercussions for both Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni.